Hey everyone, Justin here from the Bill Coors Wellness Center, coming back at you today with another workout of the day. For today's workout, we are doing an AMRAP style workout where we have 3 6-minute AMRAP sets. So AMRAP stands for as many rounds as possible, and so for each of these 3 6-minute AMRAP sets, we also have 3 exercises within each of those sets. The first exercise is a lower body exercise, so legs. The second exercise is an upper body exercise, so some sort of a pushing or pulling. Then the third exercise is a core exercise, working abdominals, obliques, or anything that supports the spine. So having said that, you're going to try to work up to an intensity rating of 8 out of 10 during each of these 3 6-minute AMRAPs. What that means is you should be pretty out of breath. You're not maxing out your intensity, but you're getting pretty close. If you had someone else that was doing the workout with you, ideally you would only be able to speak a couple words to them as you're working out. So having said that, what you're going to need to do to get ready for this is just have a timer for 6 minutes. And then we're going to rest 2 minutes in between each of these 3 AMRAP sets. So with that said, let's go ahead and go over the exercises that are within each of the sets, and I'll give you some form cues as well as some modifications that you could do if you need them. So the first AMRAP, like I said, is 6 minutes, as are the second AMRAP and the third one. The first exercise for AMRAP 1 is a wrestler squat. And so what you're going to do is, we're shooting for 6 of these. You're going to step back, go to one knee, then the other, then come up, and then I'm going to stay low. Then I'm going to go back the same way I came, and so that would be 2, then 3, and we're shooting for 6. Now notice when I'm doing these, I'm keeping my chest up to keep the back flat, and I'm not letting my knees collapse in when I come from here back up to hold this squat position. Now, if that's too difficult for you, you could always go a little lower impact and just do a narrow reverse lunge. So notice I'm not taking a wide step back, I'm taking a narrow step. I'm going one side, standing back up, and then the other. If you're doing those reverse lunges instead of the wrestler squats, you're going to be doing 6 on each side alternating. If you're doing the wrestler squats, you're just going to be counting them every time you go down and every time you come up, staying low. Once you've got 6 of those wrestler squats done, you're going to move to your belly, and we're moving to the second exercise, which is a back extension W. And so I'm keeping my feet down. I'm going to raise my chest up and then keep my elbows bent at 90 degrees. And I'm going to take my palms, they're going to face the floor at the start, and then at the top, they're going to rotate away from each other, pointing on either side of my body. 2-second hold, come back down, come back up, 2-second hold. We're going for 10 of these back extension W's with a 2-second hold. Once you finish that, you're going to hop up into a front plank, and we are going to keep our glutes squeezed, core is tight, feet are hip width apart, and I am going to reach out, tap to the side or laterally, alternating legs. As I tap out, I don't want to let my hips drop on that side that's tapping. I'm going 12 alternating taps on each side. You could also go from the knees for that if you wanted to. So it would look like this. And then I'm just bringing the knee out, tapping, bringing the knee out on the other side and tapping. 12 on each side. So that is AMRAP 1's exercises. You would have your timer set for 6 minutes, and you would run through those 3 exercises for those prescribed amount of reps that you can see in the description below as many times as you can. Once you've got that, you're going to rest 2 minutes. Grab some water, towel off if you've got one or if you need it. And then we're going to hop in, you'll hop into AMRAP 2. AMRAP 2 is starting with another lower body exercise. We're gonna take a staggered stance. We're doing 1.5 rep RDLs here. 6 on one leg, 6 on the other. Make sure you start with your weak leg first, just in case you can't get to the prescribed amount of reps. That way you can match it on your good leg so that you don't make an imbalance any worse. So, staggered stance, I am soft knee on the front. Most of my weight is on the front leg. I'm gonna drive my hips back while keeping my chest up to keep the back flat. I'm gonna try to reach for the toe. Don't feel like you have to touch it if your hamstrings don't have flexibility for that. I don't really have flexibility to get all the way down. I don't want you to give up your back just to get to the toe. Go down until you feel that stretch. We're gonna come halfway up, back down, and then all the way up. So that's 1. Reaching down, halfway up, feeling that tension built up in the hamstring, and then I'm driving through my heel to bring myself back up and squeeze the glute. Let me show you from this side. Staggered stance, soft knee in the front, driving the hips back, trying to touch the toe with the opposite hand, come halfway up, keep tension on the hamstrings, back down, all the way up. That's 1. We're going for 6. It's gonna look like so. Once you've got 6 of those on each leg, you're gonna move on to a push-up position for a close grip push-up. So this is a tricep push-up. So you want your hands inside of shoulder width. They don't need to be a diamond, but they should be definitely inside of shoulder width. Definitely closer than your normal push-up hand width. So, my hands are inside shoulder width, squeezing the glutes, keeping the core tight. I'm gonna go a 5-second lower. So my elbows are 90 degrees, drive back up, and I'm doing this for 8 reps. If you need to, of course, drop to your knees. 5 seconds on the way down, strong push up. Once you've got 8 of those close grip push-ups with those 5-second lowering, you're gonna move to a side plank, hip dip to thread the needle for the core exercise. So we're from the elbow, we're up in a side plank. We are gonna go hip dip, rotate, thread that needle, back up, hip dip, rotate, thread that needle. Make sure you're looking behind you as you bring that arm underneath the other armpit. I'm gonna do 5 on one side, and then of course I'll swing around, and I'm gonna do the same thing, 5 on this side. And of course, you're rolling through that sequence of those 3 exercises as many times as you can in that 6-minute time window. You're gonna rest another 2 minutes once that 6 minutes is up. Then you're gonna go into your 3rd and final AMRAP set. This AMRAP set starts with another lower body exercise. You've got a knee hug single leg glute bridge for 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Again, like I mentioned earlier, make sure you're starting with your weak leg, weak side first, or perceived weak side first. So, grab the knee. You can even go behind the knee. Then all I'm doing is I'm keeping my foot relatively close to my butt. I want to probably have it about 8 to 10 inches, maybe a foot away. Then I am driving to the heel of my foot to bridge myself up. I'm going 10 on one side, then switching it up and doing 10 on the other side. Just like so. Inhale before you press, exhale as you drive through the heel. Once you've got 10 of those knee hug single leg glute bridges done, you're going to hop up, then transition to another front plank position. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on the lats and do an upper body pull exercise. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to imagine that we are using the muscles underneath our armpits, the lats, to pull and inch my feet towards my hands. I'm gonna walk it back out, and then again, I'm building up tension. I'm really driving into the floor, and I'm trying to pull like this as I inch my feet up to get me just in front of my hands with my shoulders. And then I'm resisting on the way back, pulling it in, building up tension. Should feel hard. You are gonna do 5 of those. Once you finish 5, you're moving on to your third and final exercise of the 3 for this AMRAP, which is a core exercise doing alternating windshield wipers. Easier version is gonna be with your knees bent, so you're laying on your back, arms are out wide. I'm gonna stay tight with my core like someone was gonna punch me in the stomach, and I'm gonna try to let my knees slowly fall to one side. I'm not resting them on the floor. I'm using my obliques to keep them from just simply falling. So we're gonna slowly lower to one side, then go to the other, back and forth until you finish 5 reps. Now, if you wanted to make this harder, you can, of course, straighten your knees. That increases the lever, and then do the same thing here. This is much harder, so give the bent knee variation a try first before you go to the straight knee. Once you finish 5 on each side with that one, that's 1 round, and then remember, you're running those 3 exercises for the prescribed amount of reps as many times as you can in 6 minutes. Once you've got that done, congratulations, you are done with a very tough body weight strength workout. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and just keep checking in as we put out more stretch, mobility, and workout of the day videos. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one.